Zainab, please, I'm your sister. Don't you remember all the sacrifices I made for you?
You're a liar! I don't know you! Security!
I sold bananas for her to be in school.
You sold bananas?
My people, today's tale is one that will stir your heart and leave you with tears in your eyes. There is nothing more painful than ungratefulness. Let me tell you about two sisters, Amara and Zainab, and how selfishness made one forget the hardships the other went through just to give her a chance at a better life. My people, this story will make you understand the need to be grateful for every sacrifice someone makes for us, no matter how small. But before I continue, I would like you to please like and subscribe to this channel so you always get notified whenever we upload more beautiful stories like these. When their parents passed away, life turned dark for Amara and Zainab. They had nowhere to go until an elderly woman, Mama Ngozi, took them in. But Zainab had dreams of finishing school, and those dreams came with a price: money. Amara, with a heart full of love, made a choice that would shape their future. I will sell bananas, she said one morning. Zainab was concerned, but Amara insisted. You will go to school and become someone. I will do whatever it takes. So, every day, at the crack of dawn, Amara would wake up, collect bananas from the market, and trek from street to street, selling them. The sun blazed down on her, her feet blistered from the hot roads, her throat parched from calling out fresh bananas, cold sweet bananas. But Amara never gave up. Every time she felt like stopping, she remembered Zainab's dream of becoming a doctor, and she kept going. Some days, her customers were kind. They would buy her bananas and give her tips, saying, "May your hustle be blessed." Other days, they were rude, criticizing her bananas or haggling her prices. Yet, Amara smiled, lowered the prices, and pushed through. Her body grew weak. Her skin tanned from the sun, but she didn't stop. She ate only once a day, just a little bread and water, so she could save more money for Zainab. Zainab noticed her sister's suffering. "Amara, please stop. Let me drop out of school and help you," she begged. But Amara refused. "No, you must finish school. This hardship will pass. Study hard and I will be proud of you." Time passed, and Zainab's education came with even more costs. She needed money for university, and Amara, desperate to help, worked even harder. She started selling bananas in the morning, then carrying heavy loads of people in the afternoon, and washing clothes in the evening from dawn to dusk. Amara worked, raising money for Zainab's tuition. But as time went by, Zainab started to change. In her first year of university, she called Amara regularly, checking in and thanking her for all her sacrifices. But as the years passed, Zainab's calls became less frequent. By her third year, Zainab was hardly calling. She got lost in the luxury of university life, wearing expensive clothes and socializing with the wealthy students. She began to feel ashamed of her humble beginnings and her sister's banana selling work. Soon, she stopped calling altogether. She even changed her phone number and blocked Amara on social media. When people asked about her family, she lied. "My parents died when I was little. I have no siblings," she would say. Meanwhile, Amara continued to send money for Zainab's fees, but Zainab never showed any gratitude. She used the money to buy luxuries and never once thanked her sister. This, my people, is the story of betrayal. But life has a way of revealing the truth. Zainab's big moment came one day during a seminar at the university, sponsored by one of the wealthiest companies in the country. The CEO, Mr. Samuel Olumide, was a billionaire. Zainab was dressed simply yet elegantly, managed to impress him with an intelligent question. The CEO was taken by her and began to take a special interest in her. They exchanged numbers, and before long, Zainab had entered his circle. She started enjoying a life of luxury, going on expensive dates and living in a lavish apartment. She never once thought about Amara. She never called to share the good news. She kept living her life of lies, telling Mr. Olumide that she had no family, that she was all alone in this world. 6 months later, Mr. Olumide proposed to Zainab with a diamond ring worth millions. The wedding was extravagant, held in a 5-star hotel, attended by celebrities, politicians, and dignitaries. Zainab wore an elaborate wedding gown costing more than Amara could earn in a year. The cake was more expensive than any meal Amara had ever had. But where was Amara? She didn't even know about the wedding. Zainab had erased her from her life completely. Amara continued selling bananas, but her heart was heavy. She hadn't heard from Zainab in over 2 years. She called, she sent messages, but there was no response. One day, Amara heard from a village woman who had recently been to the city. The woman told her she saw someone who looked like Zainab at a shopping mall, dressed in fine clothes, walking with a wealthy man. Amara could hardly believe it. Could it be Zainab? Was she living a life of luxury where Amara was still struggling? Determined to find out, Amara saved up money and traveled to the city. She spent hours searching the mall, hoping to find her sister. And then, there she was, Zainab, living in a world of riches with Mr. Olumide by her side. Amara ran to her sister, calling her name, but when Zainab saw her, she turned cold. "Who are you?"
Please,
she
I'm your
said.
sister.
"I
you
don't
remember
know
all the
you.
sacrifices
My
I made for
family
you?"
is dead."
I don't know you.
Amara was shocked. She couldn't believe her sister, the one who had worked so hard for, could treat her like this. "Zainab, please, I'm your sister. Don't you remember all the sacrifices I made for you? I sold bananas for you. I sent you to school." But Zainab called security and had Amara escorted out. "You are a liar. I don't know you," Zainab said. Amara walked away heartbroken, but she didn't give up. She returned to the village devastated, but Mama Ngozi comforted her. "Don't give up. Go to her one more time. If she refuses again, then you will know you have done your part." Amara decided to try again. She saved up more money and traveled back to the city, this time determined to find her sister. She went to the grand neighborhood where Zainab lived with Mr. Olumide. After some persistence, she was allowed into the mansion. There she confronted Zainab again. This time, Mr. Olumide listened to both sides
See
of the
this?
story.
She's my junior sister and I saw her
Amara
through
shared
school.
everything.
I sold bananas
How
for
she
her to
had
be in
sold
school. You
bananas,
sold
how she had
bananas?
worked tirelessly to send Zainab to school. Zainab tried to deny everything, but Amara showed a photo from their childhood. Zainab's face went pale. Mr. Olumide looked at the photo and then turned to Zainab. "This is you. How do you explain this?" Zainab was
disappointed
silent,
in you, Zainab.
but Mr. Olumide was
I'm so
furious.
sorry.
"I thought you were an honest woman, but you have been living on lies. You used your sister for everything and now you denied her." He turned to Amara. "You are welcome here. You have my full support." That, my people, was how Zainab's lies were exposed. Mr. Olumide, seeing the truth for what it was, has had enough. The man who once adored Zainab now saw her for who she truly was. Selfish, ungrateful, and full of deceit. "Zainab," Mr. Olumide's voice was calm but firm. "You lied to me. You built everything on lies. About your family, about who you are. You used your sister's sacrifice to climb higher while leaving her behind. And for what? To impress me? To build a life off the backs of others?" Zainab's face twisted in shame. Her once luxurious world was now collapsing around her. "Please, I was ashamed. I didn't want you to know where I came from," she stammered. But Mr. Olumide was no longer moved by her tears or excuses. "I didn't marry you because of your wealth or your status. I married you because I thought you were strong, someone who knew the value of hard work, someone who could appreciate sacrifice. But now, I see you are just as shallow as the people you once despised. You have no loyalty, no gratitude. You turned your back on your own blood." He stood up. his voice growing colder. I can't be with someone who has no integrity. Your lies have cost you everything. Your family, your conscience, and now me. Zainab's eyes widened in shock. No, Mr. Olumide, please, please. But he turned away, walking towards Amara. Miss Amara, he said, his tone softening. You deserve better than this. You have shown a heart full of love and sacrifice. You are welcome in my home as long as you wish. Whatever you need is yours. Zainab's world shattered. In the blink of an eye, she had lost everything. Mr. Olumide had ticket to a life of luxury, had walked away, and this time it was her own doing. The man who had once adored her now saw her for what she was, a user, a liar, and someone who had betrayed the very person who loved her most. As Zainab stood there, broken, Amara walked towards her one last time. I didn't want this for you, Zainab. I never wanted to see you lose everything. But you made your choices, and now you will have to live with them. Tears streamed down Zainab's face as she fell to her knees. Amara, please forgive me. I was wrong. I didn't understand. I didn't know what I had until it was too late. But Amara, with all the pain and heartbreak in her heart, shook her head. I forgive you, Zainab. But wounds can't be healed just by words. You will never know the pain I went through for you, the years of sacrifice, until you learn to appreciate the people who love you. And with that, Amara turned and walked away from the mansion, leaving Zainab to face the consequences of her actions. As the door closed behind her, Zainab was left in the wreckage of her own making. The life she had once dreamed of slipping through her fingers, all because of her greed and ungratefulness. Olumide, seeing the tears in her eyes, did not return. His heart had turned cold, and no matter how much Zainab begged or cried, it was too late. Karma had already caught up with her, and she had lost the very thing she thought she could keep: true love, loyalty, and the respect of those she had wronged. Zainab's tale was one of greed, lies, and regret, but Amara's was a story of strength, resilience, and the power of forgiveness, even when the world had turned its back on her. Amara had some money saved up, together with some financial support from Mr. Olumide, started a provision business, and became a CEO of her own. Zainab was left terrified at her actions, lonely and full of regret. Yes, her sister forgave her, but karma took its course. My people, this story teaches us about the need to always show gratitude to those who sacrifice for us, no matter how little. People who contribute to our growth, who show us love and compassion. Let us all learn to be grateful, honest, and our blessings will never cease.